What up, socialites, and welcome back to the Social Studies Podcast. With me, Joe Dombrowski.
And me, Gaspare Randazzo.
I'm going to be in Philly this weekend. If it's not sold out, get your tickets. Then I'm going to be in Des Moines and Springfield and St. Louis and Indianapolis and Long Island and Hartford. And then the Heather McMahon Cruise and Toronto and Madison, Wisconsin. And get your tickets at thejoedombrowski.com. Don't know what's going on.
And I will be in New York City. Then I will be in Portland, Naples, Boston, Philly, West Hartford, Connecticut, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Plano, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Long Island, LA, Seattle, Chicago. Get your tickets at GaspareRandazzo.com. Joe,
Gas.
I have two things I need to tell you about. Number one, did a little something different with my hair. So,
did you?
We're continuing to try to fix my hairline, right?
Yeah.
So we're growing out the sides. But anyway, I ended up talking to the barber and I was telling him about my hairline and all this stuff. And I was like, what could I do? And he's like, get a hair transplant. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So he was like, well, if you have something important to do, like let's say you have a show and you want your hair to look like good and full and rich, he sprayed my head with this little powder. It was like a black shoe polish powder though. And it was like ash. It was almost like ash. And he was just like ashing all around my head. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And he's just ashing. And my whole head, it was like hard, my hair. And it was like a thick volcanic ash coating, but it made me look not balding. It was kind of wild, but I felt like it looked fake. Like I know me on stage, like a big part of me being on stage is I'm like, I like to like touch my hair and be like, like pretend to be like a dummy. And like, I was like, what then what? I put my hand in my hair and I got ash. And then I got like black shit all over my hand. And I'm going to sweat. It's going to smear down my face. I'm going to be on a newspaper.
Did you ask him what it is?
Yeah, he said it's just to thicken. It's a powder that makes your hair look thicker for like pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
What? I didn't ask. I just was like, whoa, what is this? Because it was like in this
but
little
like you didn't
spritzer.
ask like what it is. Was it called topic hair building fibers?
Do you think I
Did
or he even knows? No, it was this
yes,
little
I think
tiny.
he knows.
Joe, picture the smallest little bottle of perfume, and he was like, wink, 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 wink.
And it was a liquid? It went on as a liquid?
No, it was shooting out like powder, but it was like a thick ass little powder.
I think I found it.
Thick ass black powder. What's it called?
Like there's a bunch of different brands of this. I think it's called styling powder or fill in thinning and fine hair for instantly thicker and fuller looking hair.
Yeah, okay. Dude, it was weird.
But Gaspare, what is it? Like, and
it
also,
literally
oh God,
powder.
It looks, I'm like seeing people use it. Like I'm seeing people use it, these before and after pictures. It's doing wonders for these humans' heads.
This is what happened.
But I have questions. I have so many questions.
Okay, I was looking at my footage from the show. I filmed my show. And every time I put my head down, look at my hairline. It looks like a penis. You know what I'm saying? Look at it when I look down.
Yeah.
It's got that penis quality. I hate it because I look at pictures.
But I told you, Gaspare. Okay, this podcast is not
all new.
This podcast is not sponsored by Keeps. But about 6 or 7 years ago, Gaspare, I started taking Keeps. They're just 2 little pills. You can do one is like one. But hold on. They're not like the horse tranquilizers that you were taking last year. They're smaller than your pinky nail. Smaller than that. It's like.
But what if they make you impotent?
They don't.
Keeps?
And
is that like
impotency and impotency? I did a lot of research on this before I took it. The impotency is a side effect, but it stops when you stop taking it. So if that happened to you, you would just stop taking it into your penis.
Impotency means it doesn't go up?
Correct.
No, yeah. It's very rare that I get the opportunity to use it. I'm not trying to lose it. You know what I mean?
But you're going. But if you do lose it, you can just stop taking it and you'll be fine.
I don't know. What about, I know there's like sprays, like Hims spray or something.
So I did do the topical, and it's not as good. And then the other pill that you have to take, there's two. The other one is just as small, and you crack it in half and only take half of that. They're the smallest tiny little pills. It's finasteride and minoxidil.
Pill have to do with hair. I don't want to do that.
It doesn't.
I use a shampoo.
Hold on. It doesn't help you grow new hair. That's why it's called keeps. It keeps
that makes sense.
What you have right now. I swear to God, if I didn't take this
medicine.
If I did, they do have options for that. Like there's other.
It's not
now. It's just like a men's keeps it rock solid. It's this, but it. I think if I didn't take this shit, Gaspare, I'd be way more bald than I am now. I think I'd be bald, like bald. Yeah, it'd be you.
Okay.
Can I be this so real with you for a minute? I don't think you, and it's probably true for me too. I don't think you were this bald when we met.
No, I wasn't. Dude, I look at pictures.
Only met Lucy like 4 years ago.
I look at pictures when Lucy was a baby. I looked like a rock star. And now, like, I'm looking like a fucking penis head. Like,
Gaspare, can I just tell you something? I was texting a friend this yesterday. We are 40 years old in 5 years.
Yeah, we got time. I don't care. Age is fake to me. The hairline is real, though.
Wait,
and that's what's crazy.
Age is fake. Yeah. I totally agree with you on that.
I feel younger now than I did when I was 21.
I do not.
Dude, so, you know,
you genuinely mean that? You genuinely mean that?
Dude,
you do not. No,
I do,
wait, in fuck's sake, do you feel younger now? You have two tiny little baby children.
Yeah, that's what's keeping me young. When I was coming home at 22 years old,
aging you like cottage cheese.
When I was coming home from work, I would nap and shit. I don't do none of that now. I'm just on the go. You know what my co-teacher said today? She's like, they are going to study your body when you die. She's like, you don't drink coffee. She's like, you literally come in here at 7:30, revved up, screaming loud. She's like, it doesn't make sense. She's like, you should be tired. But I'm not. I don't know. It's amazing.
Well, they should study your body because you're literally not human. And also your esophagus is cracked. You eat like a dump truck. You gain 0 pounds.
No, I'm gaining weight. I'm feeling it. I had 5 tacos.
Where is it going?
Before. I ate today 3 rice balls and 5 tacos. It was out of control. I've been eating. I brought a salad to work, but then what happened was I brought a salad.
This is why I used to hate going to work because you would bring such healthy food and then someone would be like, cupcakes.
Someone was like even worse. They were like, I had a party this weekend. I brought a bunch of rice balls in and I have 0 self-control. So 1 rice ball led to 2 to 3. Then he's like, I got sandwiches. I was like, okay, cool. I ate a chicken cutlet sandwich. I didn't want any of that.
Gas, I got to tell you something. I'm already planning for when you come to Seattle and stay with me. My cousin's going to be here too, by the way. But you get the whole basement to yourself. My cousin Vinny. You might have met him at the wedding. Anyway.
Oh. What's up? Hey, Vinny.
I will. Okay. Gaspare Randazzo. I am going to take you, first of all, to get
I don't have to stay with you if he's staying with
I want you to stay with me. He's here the week. You're here for 1 day.
I know, but I think the club... I think they might have been giving me one. All right, whatever. We'll figure it out.
Hold on. Read this.
But I will be here for 2 days.
Perfect. That's fine.
Okay.
So
I'm just telling you, I feel bad. I don't want to be imposing.
No, I feel like when you're here, you need to stay in my house. Like there's just no other option. That's just how it's going to go. So I am.
Meanwhile, when people come into New York, I'm like, listen, you don't want to be here. It's very loud. You can. We have a whole
you
place.
did say that to me. You did say that to me. You're like, you could just stay here. And I'm like, you know what? That is so nice. No, but for you,
will
it's
be
mandatory.
Up at 6.
For you, it's mandatory. I was like thinking about it today. I was driving through the city. I'm like, I'm going to take him here. I'm going to take him here. I'm going to take him here. We have a lot of eating to do, by the way.
No, that's
which is going to be a little bit hard, though, because you don't eat fish because you can see its eyes.
Yeah. And also, last time we were in a car together, Joe held a flashlight to my hair to show me it was thinning, to show me that while I was driving on the highway, to show me that my hair was thinning. So,
you guys. Also, you're welcome for being a good friend. And I'm not dogging on you like it's not true about me, too.
It's just
Damn,
crazy because it was
kinda
never this
fit.
way. Um, I'm like getting like my body's changing, my weight's shifting,
Where
my
is it changing?
hairline's
Where is
going.
the weight going?
It's listen. I know
You got
this
a
is
little
gonna sound hard
fupa
to
going
believe.
on? You
When
got a
I
little
was in high
fupa?
school, I had an 8-pack. Right?
No, you did
Then
not.
I
You were one of
swear,
those
dude,
skinny little
I was
bitches.
I was in the bodybuilding show. Remember I told you about it?
Yeah, but like as a joke. So was I, and
Yeah,
I
but
wore a scuba outfit.
I still had eight packs. I just had
Okay,
a skinny body.
what year? How old were you?
I was 7. I had
Yeah.
8-pack from like 14 to like 18. Then it was a
Dude,
6-pack
Gaspare,
from like 19 to 22. I
I
still
look
feel
back.
young.
I look back
Yeah,
on
you had
pictures of
one
me when
too.
I
I
was like
remember.
18, 17, 18, 19. I look back at pictures of me like that and I'm like, you motherfucking dog. Like,
Yeah.
what? What?
Dude,
But by the end of college, have you ever heard the phrase skinny fat?
yeah, yeah, of course.
So by the end of college, I was definitely
Again,
skinny fat. And then like for
no,
2 years, I was skinny fat. And then I was like, you got to get this shit under control. And then I went nuts on fitness and eating. And I got like very cut. And I look at a very motherfucking good. And I look at back by pictures like that. And I was like, I don't know if I'll ever look like that again. But it was like, people were like, Joe, this is never forget. One of the ladies at work was like, Joe, this isn't healthy because I was eating for lunch like one chicken breast and like a side of broccoli. She's like, this is not good. And I was like, yeah, bitch, but like I am slaying in these streets. So back off right now. So
yeah, see, I guess
it's
like,
actually very much working.
I don't think like I don't ever need to slay in the streets. So it's just
Can I tell you some shit? Gaspar, if my children, when they are in college in their early 20s, have the confidence that I had when I was in my college in the early 20s, I am fucked.
No, it's good. You want them to have confidence.
Gaspar, people used to tell me, like, they were like, how do you do it? And I was like, I just truly didn't give a fuck. I truly did.
Yeah.
If I saw someone that I wanted to pursue, boom, I was on it. Like there was like no holding it back.
Yeah, I mean, I think like also, so okay, back to I feel better now than I did at 20.
And also, where's the weight
like,
going?
I think it's like going into my hips a little.
This is why we need better cameras. Oh, you guys, part of the New Year's resolution that we made ourselves is Gaspar and I, when I get back from the honeymoon, which is now, I am back, but we're recording this on February 3rd, is we're updating our podcast equipments and studios. Well, Gaspar already did the studio. I got to redo my studio. We're actually doing it.
All right. A few things. One, I don't feel better, like physically. Like I'm sure I could run better back when I was 20 than I can right now. For sure. I was more in shape. But like as far as like a mental state, I think that's it. Like it goes with the confidence, right? Like when I was young, like if I had the confidence and like there is not one situation that you could drop me in right now that I wouldn't be like, I can make it work no matter what, right? You could drop me off in the worst neighborhood, the best neighborhood. I could sit with anybody. Like, I don't like, whereas when you're younger, you're like, oh, I don't know if I belong here. You know what I mean? Like, but you
never felt that.
No, but like when you're in high school and you're trying to like find your way, like I would have been nervous about like a situation. Probably not. I listen, don't get me wrong. I wasn't like overly nervous because I did everything I wanted to do. But I think also because of our jobs with comedy, like you literally are just dumped in a city at midnight and then you're like, get to a hotel, go to the concert. It's just so secondary. Like, it's like, I was even saying to Melissa a few days ago, I was like, oh, I'm going to land in Arizona at like 1 a.m. Then I'm going to got to Uber to the airport. I got to find food.
To eat. Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, and then I was like, well, whatever. It's not a big deal. Like, I'll figure it out. And like, she's like, that sounds horrifying. And I'm like, but it's not, like, cause then you walk into a comedy club and you're just like, hi, none of you know me. And now I have to like make friends with all of you. And then you walk in an audience where nobody knows you and you got to make them laugh. Like I was like, so I think it's
Yeah.
more that mentality of just like, I'll just do whatever.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's part of
Right?
the.
Like, don't you
Oh
feel
yeah.
more that than you did when you were 21?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to.
Yes.
You've grown in, you're also more comfortable with yourself, who you are, like just as a person.
Yes. Yes. I'll
So,
say that's that's true.
yeah, like when you're 20, if you're out with your friends and you have to go to the bathroom, you're like, oh, I'll be right back. I have to go home. My mom's calling
Oh,
me.
and now we're like, I gotta
Now
fucking
you're
take
like,
a fat
now
shit.
you're
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm fighting for my life right now. I'll go home. Like, so like that's just reality. You're more comfortable. Also, speaking on the Hims, Viagra, hair stuff.
It's not Viagra.
Well, whatever.
It's
You know
not
what I'm saying?
Viagra.
But it's hair Viagra. They speaking on
You
that,
are an alien.
dude. Oh my God. Speaking of
Wait, no,
aliens,
stop. Tell me about the Hims Viagra first.
Shit. This is a good episode. I'm excited for it. We didn't even get to the episode yet.
I didn't even do
Viagra,
it.
and then aliens. Don't let me forget. I had a friend. He used to work in a doctor. His wife worked in a doctor's office, right? So joking with his wife, he told his wife, he was like,
Are you blind, by the way? Every time I type you something, this is what you do.
Dude, that's another whole story. Hold on.
Oh, shit. You always square on, oh man. Literally.
Wait, let me just say
is your keyboard in Braille yet?
No,
Jesus.
I'm slowly realizing I'm blinding. Like I'm watching TV a few nights ago and I was squinting so hard. And I'm like, oh my God, I've made fun of people.
You know why, bitch? Because you're getting old. You don't feel better than you did when you were 20.
All right.
Okay?
Anyway, so the Viagra, my friend's wife worked in a doctor's office. So jokingly, he said to her, he's like, hey, babe, he's like, bring home the sample of Viagras. We'll take them one night. Like, I'll take them one night. He goes, we started having sex, right? He goes, dude, you still, like, if you finished in 2 minutes, you still finish in 2 minutes. He goes, but the thing is, it stays fully up. And he's like, and then she was like, all right, like, put it away. And he's like, I can't. And it was just like fully erect. And he's like,
wait, erect, even but like, not horny?
No, like he would finish and then it was still fully erect. And then he's like, all right, well, okay, the second time's going to be longer than the first. So he's like, all right. But he's like, dude, I still had it. Like, he's like, about an hour, it was just rock hard. And he's like, ugh. I was ready to like call the doctor, but it says 4 hours. So like, you don't call. That was number one. Number two.
That sounds terrible.
No, or great, but I mean, not great for the girl probably after a while. Okay, Joe, if you take a marble and drop it in a pool, in like a giant-sized pool, a pool.
Oh.
You drop it in a giant-sized pool, right? One marble, then fill the whole pool with marbles and do that to 300 pools.
Yeah, how many bees tall is that?
That one marble that we dropped at first would be the galaxy that we currently live in. And
yeah,
the
this shit I can't like handle. Okay, keep going.
The 300 pools that have marbles filled to the brim are all the galaxies that we can see with our telescopes and with our eyes. Just the ones we can see. 300 swimming pools filled with marbles. Each marble representing a galaxy. That's what we could see. We're one of those marbles. Insane. That's why I'm losing hair for shit like this.
Yeah, that makes me want to go to your side of town and find someone who will put my feet in cement blocks and drop me in the middle of the Hudson.
Why would that be my side of town? I don't know those people.
I feel like you are on a side of town that has people who do that.
I know where they are, but I would never. They're not my people.
I don't know. I just feel... I take it back. I don't want that. I don't want that. Edit it out.
No, they're fine. They won't find you. They don't listen. Like, it's just so. And then I was watching this guy, this conspiracy theorist, and he said that UFOs started appearing in America in the 1940s, right? Mm-hmm. That's where when they started to appear. And what else happened, Joe, in the 1940s? Do you know?
Yes. Great Depression?
No. That was late 29. Thanks,
World War
29.
II.
World War II. But what happened was we started in that time frame is when we started testing nuclear weapons, right? So this guy's theory is that aliens basically sent down drones. UFOs were like drones to essentially find out what these giant heat signatures coming out of Earth were, because we were testing nuclear weapons, which would have been the only thing that would have made heat that you could see from space. And that basically this guy's theory was like the aliens came down, they looked around, they were like, yeah, no, this ain't it. This ain't worth like our time, because they're so advanced that like we are an anthill to them. Basically, you know what I mean? Like if they're flying drones down just to peek at us, they're like, no, this ain't worth it. Like we're not going to come and invade and check out what they got. Just an interesting theory. I don't know.
Can I also say why? Who came up with the fact that aliens are doing anal probing? Who came up with that? Like
the first guy who got probed.
So I was thinking about that too. And I was like, anal probing at first seems crazy. But at second, it seems kind of, because if you think about it, every animal has a butthole. Like every animal, no matter what mouth. You are. So that's the other thing. I have a mouth. Why would they just probe you down your mouth?
Maybe it's tighter in the throat hole, like than the butt.
I think
maybe
it's not. I think the throat hole is looser than your butthole.
No, doesn't the butt expand? Isn't that why you could get a jar up there?
Are you asking?
I don't know. I don't know. All I'm saying is I can't swallow this candle. But I saw a video. Jar.
I can't breathe. You're so
There's your
stupid.
clip, Ezra.
Oh, you're so stupid. You guys, I have to apologize. First of all, this was an amazing episode, and I'm so sorry we have to cut it short. And here's why. So I left my computer charger. I left my computer charger at my parents' house. So I went to go get a new one, and the store didn't have a new one. So they said they were going to ship it. And also, I'm not exactly happy with Apple right now. Do you know to get a fucking Apple Mac charger, you have to order the part that you plug into the wall and then the cord separate? I'm like, first, it's not even the fact that I have to pay for two things that's pissing me off. It's that the charger's getting delivered today and the cord's getting delivered tomorrow. It's like, God, really just fucking my day. Anyway, so we have to stop. Well, we'll come back. I'll be fresh with stories from Down Under, and it'll be great. As always, get your tickets at thejoedabrowski.com. Gaspare, this was a great episode. I'm sad it's over.
I don't want this to end. I'm going to go probe myself. All right. Get your tickets at GaspareRandazzo.com.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.